All right, man. Just give us a little brief introduction of yourself.
What's up, man? I'm Getti, Get Down. I'm from Eastside, South Compton, man. And I've been doing music, man, ever since, since I'm like 12 some years old, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, that's a bet. So speak to us about your upbringing, how it was growing up in Compton.
You know, everything, it's what you make of it. Man, at that time, and gang banging was more fashionable. Doing wrong was more fashionable. You feel me? So at that time, I just followed the lead. I did everything what was taking place around me. My mom's wasn't fortunate to look after me and do what she needed to do as an adult. You know what I mean? So I involved myself in activities, crime activities, wherever the case may be. And unfortunately, I went the wrong route, you know what I mean? And sometimes it happens that way when you become a follower. So, I start gang banging, start getting into that lifestyle. But ever since I've been doing music, you know what I mean, it helped me in some sort, have something else to live for besides what I was doing. But, that's what it was, you know what I mean?
Okay. So let's talk about a little bit your relationship with God and your family and how important that is to you.
Yeah, for sure, man. God is everything, you know what I mean? God is the source. God is the source, you know what I mean? God is my reward, you know what I mean? Like everything that I've ever been through and got out of it was because of God, you know what I mean? I have a real strong relationship with God. I believe that, you know what I mean, that if we acknowledge God every day and give God grace every day, if we give God praise every day, give us grace every day, you know what I mean? I feel like the foundation of life should be about God. It should be surrounded and be, in somewhat, compared to God. Not being compared to God, but being, embedded in God. You know what I mean? So I feel like everything what I'm doing is because of God. I feel like I'm doing God's purpose. You know what I mean? Like I feel like everything I'm doing right now is because God wants me to do it. And I got a strong foundation. I got a strong family behind me. You know what I mean? That supports me. That wants me to do good. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty of it, to have a foundation behind you that loves you, and not love you because what I can do for them, but love me because they want to see me better. You feel me? That's the beauty of it. So yeah, family is everything.
Okay. So I know you have talked about being incarcerated. So do you want to speak a little bit on that, about how long you were incarcerated? If you want to speak on what for, you can. If not, that's completely fine. And just talk about how that's affected your mentality.
Yeah, at the age of 14, I was charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder. I was looking at a life sentence. You know what I mean? It was that lifestyle. You know what I mean? It was being involved around people and being involved around certain things that I shouldn't have been involved in at 14 years old. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, a person got killed. Another person almost got killed. You know what I mean? I was considered the shooter of both of the individuals, you know what I mean? Everybody at the time that was in the car with me turned state against me, Age of 16, I plead out to a 25-year sentence, you know what I mean? I feel like doing 12 years in prison straight, you know what I mean, and wasn't able to live my life and be what, a 14-year-old child should be. I feel like I was deprived, you know what I mean? I felt like, I was brainwashed. I felt like I lost out a lot on life and the things that I needed to do and I should have been doing at that age, you know what I mean? But it was a choice that I took that I still regret, like not able to have special moments with my family because I was in prison at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, like these years that I should have been on the streets, you know what I mean? I had to spend it in the concrete jungle, you know what I mean? So of course I won't be able to relate to certain things, how people can relate to that's been on the streets in them teens because I was locked up, you know what I mean? So I guess my mentality is different, but it's more optimistic more than ever now because of my music and because of what I invest my energy and my time in now. Like when I was in jail, the only energy that you got basically in there is negative energy, you know what I mean? So you either do something positive with it or you do something negative with it, you know what I mean? So, unfortunately, my situation, I had to do what I had to do in there, and I had to keep that image up. So it made my time more worse. You know what I mean? It made my experience more horrific. You know what I mean? Because I had to adapt to the environment. So like I said, if it wasn't for family, if it wasn't for God and all that, I really have a different personality or way of thinking. You know what I mean?
So how would you say you first really got into music, and when do you say you started taking it seriously?
I got into music. Oh, I ain't even gonna lie. Due to the fact that I had an isolated experience growing up, you know what I mean? I always wanted to do music. You know what I mean? My cousin, you know, he used to always come over to the house and, you know, write music, you know, freestyling and all that. So it was always around. It wasn't ever just taken in consideration that serious that, you know what I mean, I started taking it when I got locked up because I had no time on my hands. So I felt like that was the perfect time to perfect my craft. That was the perfect time to put together everything that I needed. I felt like that was my hip-hop training camp for me. You know what I mean? I feel like if I was out on the streets, it'd probably been harder because I never just sat down and wrote anything. Like when I was in prison, that's when I wrote things. Like that's when I sat down and thought about concepts, you know what I mean? And not just writing music, but knowing your craft. Like I feel like that's where I perfected it. You know, that's where I feel like I can rap, I can do something with it. But when I got out, you know what I mean? You know, that's when I started going to the studio for the first time. That's when I started being in the booth, getting comfortable with that, you know what I mean? And learning the environment. Because I never knew how to do these things. I just knew I wanted to rap. You know what I mean? I never had like a manual on how to do music. You know what I mean? Until I got out. But when I got out, that's when I started pursuing it. I saw how people was reacting to my music, bumping my music. They made me feel whole. That's how I knew it was my purpose. Because how it made me feel. Like it wasn't about the money, it wasn't about anything, but a person walk up to me and say, man, I heard that song such and such, man, it made me feel this way. That would make me want to continue to keep writing music that make people feel that way. You know what I mean?
Okay. So who is your biggest influence in music, and what do you think about, you know, today's music?
Man, to me, I feel like I got a lot of big influences, but the one that sticks out the most for me is Tupac. Like, well, he epitome of emotional, soulful music. You know what I mean? And the reason I say Tupac is that, good or bad, Pac said it. whether it was going to affect him negatively or positively. Even some of the stuff that he do, and he knew it was wrong, he still talked about it and he still expressed it. You know what I mean? Like he gave me a reason to want to speak my mind. He gave me a reason to want to tell the truth about me and not worried about what they heard, or worried about how they felt when they hear it. A lot of times we don't like to speak what's on our minds because we're so afraid of how other people's gonna react to it. So that's what shield us. That's how it all get bottles up.
All right, so let's talk about your upcoming projects and where you see yourself in the next 5 years in your music and everything.
Yeah. Well, Getti Land NT, Black Rain, KGMG. Man, we working on a variety of things right now. My EP, Getti Land Volume 2, hosted by my boy DJ C's out of South Beach, Miami. That's dropping this Wednesday, you know what I mean? EP is incredible. It's explaining my life. It's explaining the most difficult times in my life and what I was thinking. And, you know, my transitional transform over to giving everything to God and basically leaving the streets behind me. Getti Land Volume 2, breaks that down, you know what I mean? We working on the LP after that, after the EP, the LP coming out, Misconception of Getti Volume 3. That's gonna be had nothing my nigga Rob Bill, Black Rain, KGMG, that's what we working on now. That's the movement, you know what I mean? That's gonna be more of a versatility track, you know what I mean? Versatility sound type shit, you know what I mean? I'm working on another mixtape, you know what I mean? Working on another mixtape, 23rd District, man. You know what I mean? In the process of that, recording that, you know what I mean, out there in Vegas. You know what I mean? So, it's a variety of things, man, that, we got, connected together. You know what I mean? 5 years from now, business mogul. 5 years from now, billionaire. Even if I'm not a billionaire, I'm continuing to keep speaking in this. 5 years from now, own company. 5 years from now, successful black man with political influences. You know what I'm saying? 5 years from now, man, reaching back to the youth, you know what I mean, helping the young brothers in jail and in group homes and detention centers going through what they're going through. 5 years from now, Getti Land, NT, Black Rain, household name, man. You know what I mean? 5 years from now, 10 platinum hits. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I can see 5 years from now. Still giving God the glory, still loving my wife and, strengthening my foundation in my household. You know what I mean? 5 years from now, man, being one of the best rappers, man, to ever touch this shit. You know what I mean? So that's why, that's my overall. That's my overall goal. Like, that's my overall goal for real.
All right, that's a bet. Before we wrap it up, is there anything you want people to take from your music?
Man, in the words of my mentor, John Ponder, man, eat the meat and spit out the bones, man. Take the positive out of it, man. Entertain your negatives as well as your positives, man. I'm not glorifying no gang violence. I don't glorify gang violence. I don't glorify none negative. I don't glorify none that destroyed our community. I'm just only explaining to you and sharing with you and expressing to you how I felt and how I was thinking back in those times, or back in my situation, or when I had to do it, or when I had to deal with it, or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like I say, take the positivity with it. You know what I mean? Just know that you can be a conqueror. Know that you can be a survivor. Know that regardless of what anybody say, man, if you believe in God and trust in yourself, you can go for it. Ain't nobody gonna believe in you. Ain't nobody gonna trust in you. So don't be discouraged when people don't do it. You know what I mean? Just continue to do what you need to do and stay focused, man. You know, take my music as medicine. Let it be therapeutic. When you wake up in the morning, man, listen to Getti Land Volume 2. You know what I mean? That's the track, I mean, that's the album that's gonna really help you. You know what I mean? Mentally. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we got a variety of things, man. Shooting a video, we got this Vegas Strong song, you know what I mean? That we dropping, and it's gonna be epic. So I got this other song called Every Night Is Killing Me. It's my Coast to Coast single. We dropping that this week. Dropping that this year. It's gonna be epic, you know what I mean? Performing for the $50,000 grand prize in Miami and the contract deal with Coast to Coast. You know what I mean? So it's a variety of things that we got going on, man. You know what I mean? Your boy doing. I'm just under the radar with it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
All right, that's a bet.
That's it.
All right, Kev. So talk about how you clicked up with Getti and what y'all got going.
Man, I clicked up with the homie, man. One of the partners, one of his homies, Fathead, with one of our mutual homies, Fathead. You know what I'm saying? That he had knew. From the past, he had brought him to the studio and shit, and we kind of clicked in. Came in, you know what I'm saying, hopped on some tracks, did what he did, you know what I'm saying. His energy he had already brought with him, you know what I'm saying. If you ask me, you know, when I hear Getti rap and his emotion in his music, you know what I'm saying, it kind of put me in the thought of Pac and DMX combined, you know what I'm saying. You know, but I met him through the homie Fathead, you know what I'm saying, when he had touched down, he slid through, and we just been rocking ever since. I think that was about 2013, like 2013, you know what I'm saying, we've been rocking ever since, you know what I'm saying, love his energy, you know what I'm saying, you know, everything about him, his life story is real authentic, you know what I'm saying, so, you know, I really digs it, and you know what I'm saying, appreciate the music that he puts out, you know.
Is there anything else you want to put out there before we wrap it up?
Man, go check out that Getti Land Volume 2. What? The 23rd, next Wednesday. That's next Wednesday. Man, go check that out, man. Support your boy, man. Be on the lookout at the misconception at Getti Volume 3, man. Man, listen, it's gonna be epic. Black Rain, KGMG, Getti Land NT, household names, man. Just know that. Let that shit ring in your eardrums, man. We bringing nothing but authentic, quality sound, man.
That's
you
it.
know what I mean? Authentic, quality sound.
You hear me? Compton, Vegas.
You know, man?
You know.
So just know, man, the movement is real, man. Just know the movement is real, man. And just check us out. Just check us out, man. It's what it is. It's Compton, man. Getti Land NT, man. Black Rain, KGMG, man. Just know it, man. We out this shit, man. Cut us out, X us out, nigga. It's over.
I smoke it till I'm zoned, nigga. What you thought that I was gone, nigga? God's grace kept me strong, nigga. Where did I go wrong with her? I should've never played along with her. Now she tripping off my songs, nigga. Jealousy is toxic. Miscommunication, self-conflict. Trying to overlook their content, they messy with the nonsense. Overpopulated, nonchalant miss. The government ain't never done shit. They chemically imbalanced, alcoholic, gang-related crack babies, and so addicted to the sex lately. Nights out of style, crazy hustling with niggas who will act shady and get offended when they can't. Play me trust is not an option. Everybody scheming for $1 now. It's hard enough to make $1 now, especially when you underground. Tell them that's the reason I don't come around. When you just want to weigh a nigga down, chalk it up in fractions, calculate your loss and what you gain from it. How many niggas truly change from it, boss it up and dang from it, boss mindsets make it change from it. History is like a strange woman. God is my witness. I hated everything I ever did for him. What a spoil ass kid for him. Even did a bid for him. Blew another motherfucking lid for him. I was better off a stillborn. You feel me? So this is what we doing, man. Getting Latin ENT, man. Black Rain, man. You know what I mean? They know I'm serious. We serious. So get serious. That's it. That's mini series. Get it, nigga. We out, Compton.